Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a new episode of Lumber's Masterclass. Today, we're starting off against Nikic, 6.2k Zerg and a ZvZ on Golden Aura. Golden Aura, one of the very standard ZvZ maps. Not much trickery going on there. You can try maybe opening gasless or skipping link speed. Because of the distance between the natural and the third base being as small as it is. But I think we're just going to try to play it super standard here. And see what our opponent does. I just realized I have mouse wheel zoom enabled still because I used it for a thumbnail. The thumbnail of last episode.
We require more minerals.
So I need to disable that.
We require more minerals.
Otherwise I accidentally do it sometimes.
We require more minerals.
Mouse with zoom, there it is, and it's gone. We're gonna go hatch gas pool. We'll keep the second overlord above our natural to see if there's a proxy hatch spine crawler. This is the only reason you keep your second overlord above your natural, is to see if there's a drone coming into your base. Otherwise, you will always be behind against a 12 pool with a hedge cancel spine crawler if they put it here. I recently saw Bly just do it here then and walk the spine over, which I think is cool. I'm actually gonna try that at some point. It looks like a fun builder to do, and it also looked decently strong. It's obviously worse than if you build it right there because you get more hits in. Spine crawler will be higher. Will be more impactful, let's say. But it still looked pretty good. Something to keep in mind at the very least. If you were to get spine crawler rushed at the natural, I mean, if you see a drone, you know right away, and it's very easy. You can just send your own drones to. You can send like one drone there to cancel the spine if he was to build one. But if you actually miss it, the best I think is to just sack the hatch and fight once your hatchery pops a larva. I also tried to just pull everything, like every single drone, and then fight once the Zerglings spawn. But I found that didn't work quite as well either, so. Usually I make one pair of defensive Zerglings here. On this map I do not because of how close the third base is. I can just walk over there with my queen. So we have one drone more mining than usual. Now I'm gonna make them. See, right now we're up a drone basically. Didn't see a bedding nest yet. There it is. So that looks pretty standard, I would say. An extra overlord on here.
We require more forces.
Oops. Do not want to lose those. We'll go for a blind roach warren relatively quickly here.
We require more minerals. Not enough. We require more minerals. Our forces are under attack. We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
Let's go to lair here.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We not enough minerals.
We can kill this. This is definitely worth giving up a little bit of the inject. Oh. Do not think that's worth it for him.
Not enough energy. We require more minerals. Our forces are under attack.
I mean, a lot of extra units, so I gotta watch out a little bit. One trick is to just shift command your banelings, just like so. To make sure none of them instantly explode. Like those singer
We require more
Zerglings.
Not enough energy. Spawn more.
Where is the Zergling scout? I thought for sure he would do it now.
Spawn more overlords. Spawn more overlords. Not enough energy. We require more minerals.
We're definitely behind a little bit this game.
More minerals.
Let's
We
scout what he's up
require
to.
more minerals.
Because my macro wasn't smooth whatsoever.
Not enough energy.
We really do not want him to scout what we're doing either.
Enough energy.
And now we can get into his main because he's out of position there. I will take this as my fourth.
Not enough energy. Our forces are under attack. Our forces
Oh, it's a Spire.
are under attack. Not enough energy.
In that case, I'll cancel these and I'll just go Lingbane Reader from here.
Not enough energy.
And I'll go attack upgrade just in case, because I think I'll have more Midas than him since he already made more roaches than me.
Not enough energy. We require more Vespine gas.
We pretend to pull those back because
Spawn more
he's not supposed to think that we're also going Mida, right?
Spawn more overlords. Not enough energy.
We also do not want to show him any of the extra Zerglings that we've made.
Spawn more overlords. We require more Vespine gas.
Let's see if we can catch a Muda here.
More Vespine gas. Our forces are under attack. We require more Vespine gas. We require more. Not
I might try to counterattack with a Muda. Since I'm on this side of the map, I think if the counterattack comes, it will be on the other side.
gas. Our forces are under
That's why I made a spore on exactly this base.
forces are under attack.
He has to counterattack now, right? Yeah, he went roach speed as well.
We require more Vespine
That's not enough units.
mutation. Complete. We require more Vespine gas. Mutation. Complete. Our forces we require more
Oh,
Vespine gas. We require more Vespine gas.
this is also why you get the pack attack is much better in this scenario.
We require more Vespine gas. We require
I think our opponent's
Vespine gas.
more or less just dead here.
We require more Vespine gas. Not enough energy. Our forces are under attack. We require more Vespine gas. We require.
He's more dead than us, honestly. He was very dead. Because he... So if you go Spire against Spire, if you have the gas advantage over your opponent, that means either having mined more gas or having made less roaches. You can always be the overwhelming Muta player. And if your opponent realizes it right away, he has to go Corruptors. If he makes Mutas, he's dead, just like we saw here. If he then makes Corruptors, you have Mutas, and then you can just play Muta Roach Ravager. And that's usually a better composition. You can even go into Hydras later on. The reason why Roach Muta is usually... Like, I would rather make 10 Mutas than 10 corruptors is because the corruptors need to always be in position. You also are forced to kind of make spores as the corruptor player. Corruptors cost more minerals, so in the end you have significantly less roaches and usually also less workers. And that's just a worse army. And the corruptors are kind of forced to trail the Mutar player, and as a corruptor player you also can't move out on the map with a Roach Ravager. Because, well, first of all, you usually are supposed to have less units in this scenario, but also the Mutas can always shoot at the Roach Ravager, and whenever the corruptor is out of position, you lose stuff. So I think being the corruptor player tends to be harder. So in Spire versus Spire scenarios, the ideal outcome is to make as little roaches as possible at first, to force the other player into being the corruptor player. Now, if he plays corruptors and you have such a significant advantage like I did this game, you can just play Mutaling. Finish it that way. Otherwise, if I didn't see that he would have made Mutas, I could have also tried to stay on Muta and then go into Roach Ravager after. This would have also been an option. Either way, good first game of the day. Let's head into the second one, shall we? Oh, we found a second game very fast here. Faster than I anticipated even. And it's Nikic again. Alright, so another ZvZ, this time on side Delta. On this map, the third bases are further away than on the map before, so I'll go for a little bit of more of an aggressive approach this time around. Because the map favors it a little more. In theory, in ZvZ, the defender always has a big advantage, just because his larva spawns closer to where the fight will take place. And he has queens, while the other guy does not. However, if you don't respond correctly, you can still lose either workers or a base even. So we're going to try to go for the base kill, or at the very least get a good link trade going. That's kind of my plan for this game. We'll see how it goes. It's one of the pressure builds that I like. So it starts with a 16 hatch. When you make drones like you usually would, but you rally the first drone you make into gas instead of the one after. So it is, once again, it's 18 gas, 17 pull, but the gas is earlier than it would otherwise be. By, let's say, 4 seconds. Then we make the pull right away. We rally only this drone into gas, the other ones will be rallied into the mineral line. And we'll pull 2 drones into the gas as early as we can. This allows our speed to finish a little bit faster than it does with a standard opener, which means sometimes you can actually catch your opponent's Zerglings in the center of the map, in the 2-ling versus 2-ling engagements. And also it just allows your Zerglings to cross the map faster.
We require more minerals.
Once again, oh, this is Zerglings here. We'll pull first. I didn't really pay attention. This is a 1-base build. In this case, would have been very nice for me to actually pay attention.
We require more minerals.
We have to chase here quite far.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
So now this was actually worse than it otherwise would have been. Because we had less minerals to work with, right? As long as we're alive, it should be okay, I think.
Our forces are under attack. We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
It's probably not okay. We lost a couple too many workers.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
Try to maybe run towards the center of the map. We can block here with the Zerglings. We need to find one of his overlords here as well.
We require more minerals.
We need to do something to get back, so...
We require more minerals. We
Snipe this one for sure.
We require
We'll see where we end up by the end of this. Obviously his hatchery was very late. It was not
we require more
an optimal defense by me by any means.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
An evolution chamber, that's very interesting. That's most certainly +1 carapace, right?
We require
I would have preferred having the second queen alive, not gonna lie.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
It's a good trade for us.
We require more
What we're gonna do here is we will
spawn
counter pressure since we now have the Zergling advantage.
are under attack. We require more minerals. Spawn more overlords. Spawn more overlords.
We'll go to base roach from behind. I'm fairly certain that there's not much else we can do. That's actually pretty good for us, right? Yeah, way overmade links.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
I really wanted to save those after.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
Ah, we barely died. We did not micro that correctly. That's a sad way to go, because we were actually winning that game due to the decision that he made. That Spinecrawler should have been further back. And I needed just... if I had landed one transfuser on the Spinecrawler, which I didn't, I think the game is completely in my favor. This queen I barely could not transfuse. Now we're still winning by a lot, by a huge margin if I go to the ramp here. But I did not think that there would be so many banelings afterwards. So at this point, in my brain, I already won the game. Completely. And decisively. Like, for me, this is a complete win. Because I knew he was on one gas, so I didn't think that he would have so many extra banelings coming afterwards. And then this queen is exposed here. I tried to focus fire down the banelings. The first hit was already bad. It's good focus fire, but not good enough. Okay, GG. So, we got into a fine position. Let me see if we were actually behind or not. Losing that queen really sucked. We're down 7 drones. Let's see how it is after everything is settled. At this point, we're in a fine position, actually. It is the only reason for that is that because he kept gas mining and he started an Evo chamber. He went for a late second queen. He made too many Zerglings. I mean, it's a lot of things could have gone even worse for us there. So yeah, our response was not perfect. A lot of it, I have to admit, was because I was talking in the early game and I didn't see the Zerglings. And instantly recognized what was going on. Because I could have pulled less workers. Usually I pull less workers against this. But in this case, I pulled a couple drones too many. Because of how late I realized that there were Zerglings out. Which I still think I could have put less workers. It was an interesting game. It's good to have these builds in mind. It's a 13-12. A pretty good opener. If the opponent doesn't know the correct response. If you sack your natural against this, by the way, which is something that you can absolutely do, you always are slightly behind, but this is what I always recommend as a response. You sack your natural, you make a baiting nest in the main, you make a spine crawler in the main, you re-expand. I think this response sucks on high level, but even high level players make it because they don't know the correct response. Like there's a lot of high level ZvZ players that absolutely do not know the response. Which there's a couple of ways you can do it. I think I played against, I think Rogue had a cool response where he made the spine on the high ground. He still ended up behind, but only because of a mistake that he made, if I recall correctly. But yeah, usually you can just pull a couple of drones. Make the spine on the low ground. My spine was just also too late. So I had to fight more with the drones and the links than you usually need to. Because as I said, I didn't move down the drones fast enough because I was speaking. I think I saw the one pair of links that you can always see. I saw that one too late. On the minimap. I saw it barely towards the end of it. And then only then I realized, okay, it was 13-12. Which I should have recognized right away, right? So yeah. Interesting game. We lost 36 in Meyer, dropped below 6-6. Let's see what the next game has in store for us. Alright, our third game is against... Never mind. Alright, here we are with the actual third game. It's a best of 3 completed against Nickage. So we got him again on another map as well. This is like a real tournament best of 3 almost.
We require more minerals.
And this time around, we'll approach his standard again. I'm sad I didn't get to show my aggressive opener. It is worse defensively, obviously, against early pulls and all those kind of things because you just have less minerals to work with, which is more important since speed doesn't kick in anyways.
We require more
So we'll open up more standard again here. 16 hatch, 18 gas, 17 pool, 17th run related towards the gas, 18th run related towards the pool. This might sound confusing, but it is the opening that every Zerg knows and loves.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
Well, let's see if I can... I still didn't fix my camera. Okay, let's see if I can do that really quick. Okay, we lost timing on one drone there. It's not that bad.
We require more minerals. We require more of this.
Start speed, we pull one drone off gas. This is the norm. But you still get your building nest in time for when the speed is done, when it really matters. Once again, this is also a map where the third base is very close by, so I don't make an extra pair of links yet. My opponent actually left one pair of links at home. Or one Zergling rather, he split his Zerglings. Okay, he's zoning right now. Yeah, he's gonna go back now because he needs to inject. Nope. He actually is not, so we lost some extra
We
HP there.
require minerals.
Not the worst thing in the universe, but we really do want to find out now if
We require more minerals.
he is in fact going for a big nest or
We
not.
require more minerals. Metamorphosis complete.
Oh, that he
We
is.
require more minerals. We 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 require more minerals. Our forces are under attack. Not enough energy.
It's a lot of Zerglings. He really wants to deny the scouting, huh? I'll make roaches here. This is super sus what he's doing.
We require
If you have this many Zerglings, there's no reason not to go across the map.
not enough energy. Not enough energy. Our forces are under attack. Not enough energy. We require our vesting. Our not enough energy.
And there it is.
Not enough.
I'm fairly confident in holding this because I smelled it from very far away.
We require more Vespine gas. We require. We require more Vespine gas. Not enough energy. Our forces are under attack. Spawn more. Our forces.
He has to be droning up, right? Good thing. I don't actually think he is.
Our forces are under attack. We require more minerals. We require. We require more Vespine gas. Not enough energy. Spawn more overlords. Our forces are under attack. Not enough energy.
Our opponent is very dead.
We require more mineral field depleted. Our forces are under attack.
Like, it's time to GG that, bro.
We require more minerals. Mutation complete.
I think he's down 60 supply right now. But I guess maybe
We require enough.
he's definitely down an upgrade as well, right?
We require more minerals.
Yeah, 60 supply and an upgrade. We'll go right.
Not enough energy. Not enough energy. We require more minerals.
More. Goes even more. Yeah, this game was not close because I smelled what he wanted to do from a long time ago. Because he was ready to donate his Baneling in order to deny my scouting. Which can only mean one thing. It's either super greedy or it's super committed. In both cases, you can make roaches. You never, ever, on high level, make 16 Zerglings and then just use them to deny scouting. That is a non-thing. You should always run across the map if you made this many Zerglings, because it's overproducing lings if it is defensive. Which it isn't. I also saw that there was nothing here in the wall, which there should be at this point if it's a standard game. So yeah, I stopped at a pretty reasonable drone count once I realized. And that made the defense very easy. So we were just completely outmanning him. That this was never, ever close at any point. You can see that we have 16 workers more than him at this point, and we're already droning because I knew the game, like, I was not gonna die here. So at this point we have even more of an eco advantage, 20 workers more. At this point we're up 50 supply. And it just gets worse. And we're twice the supply with tech as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was 3 ZvZs. Maybe you learned a thing or two. The last game I opened very standard. In the first game as well, honestly, so if you are looking for a standard super safe opener where you get the Roachborn before the upgrade, that is basically it. In the first game I was a little bit more greedy because I went for an early lair instead of an Evo chamber and a lair later. And yeah, if you play like I did in the last game, you can make these roaches, you can run across the map if you think it's null in. If it's not null in, the guy just plays defense, so you can just turn home, go back, you will not be that far behind. It's just a very safe and solid way of approaching things because you're in a very good position against all ins, as you saw here. You're in a very good position against Muta because you will accidentally kill them. And in a standard game, you will be slightly behind, but even then, it's playable. I actually played like this against Ragnarok because I think I'm a better macro player. Every single game. In the most recent Atlanta series that I had against him in best of 5, it was round of 16. And well, I didn't one game, that's the game I lost, but the games where I played this, I won every single game. Even though he knew I was basically gonna do it, I ended up slightly behind sometimes. And it's a nice way to play if you think you're, if you just want to get into a macro game, or if you think you're the stronger player than your opponent in a longer game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode in a best of 3 against Nikic. We overall lost some MMR even though we beat him 2-1, but that's okay. Next time I'll pay more attention in the early game, and it will go better, I'm sure, against the next 13-12. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. See you guys all next time. Bye-bye.